All right, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Sanitary Not Life. My name is Adewale Bouquet Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about my all-time top 10 supervillain teams. Usually, you talk about superheroes, but I'm going to talk about supervillains. But I got some superheroes in my chest right now, like the Carjack Assassins, Mega Man, Iron Man, Batman. You know, this is the All-Star limited edition T-shirt. We're going into the summer. I mean, it still gets a little bit chilly for me sometimes, so I got to wear my beanie. That's also available on SoundFusion.com. The shirt's available on SoundFusion.com. We got them for men and women, so figure out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit chilly because we're going from fall to the spring, so sometimes you catch allergies, but you know. But today, like I said, we're going to talk about the all-time top 10 supervillain teams. But before we do that, let's pay some of these bills. The Sound Fusion Podcast is brought to you by it's brought by A4 Capital Consulting, growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. Now, as I said before, we're going to talk about the all-time top 10 supervillain teams. Before we get into that, I got to get this cough drop in my chest, man. This is ridiculous. So, you know, get that halls in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I thought about a lot of supervillain teams, and I've had time to actually put this together. And I'm like, I went through all the cartoons I usually watch, and surprisingly enough, it was actually hard to put this supervillain teams together. I'm like, man, everybody talks about superheroes, but nobody talks about supervillains. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some superheroes. So, let's get this. At number 10. Skeletor's Evil Forces. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched E-Man, whether it's the old school one from the 1980s or the new one that was in 2002. But Skeletor's Forces were pretty cool. Villian, Trapjaw, Beastman, Cyclops. I'm trying to think who else. Who else was there? Oh my God. Of course, Skeletor himself, and then of course Villian being the commander. She's like the general. And the one thing I like about Skeletor's Force, each person could do a different thing. But before I go into that, let me see if I can find my He-Man poster. Please tell me I have that up in here. Here we go. Fell right onto it. You know what I mean? So there goes the He-Man poster, available on SoundFusion.com. And y'all are lucky I got my action figures, because I was looking for that today, but I couldn't find it. I was like, man, I'm not going to go to the show with the action figures. But Skeletor's Evil Forces, Skeletor himself, so many like and you know, they have to battle the massive universe with He-Man, of course, Tila, Man at Arms, Mechanic, Stratos, Orko, of course, the sorceress herself at Grass of Grayskull. But Skeletor's Evil Forces, man, I mean, these villains are villainous. Like, Evelyn is evil to the masses. The only person that can do more magic than her is probably Skeletor and the sorcerers themselves, because Evelyn's magic is off the chain. And for a lot of y'all who don't know, there's a new He-Man cartoon series. I want to call it like sort of CGI style on Netflix. I'm watching that right now. If you have Netflix, it's available on Netflix. It's it's a pretty cool show. I'm on 2 episodes right now, but Skeletor's Evil Force is coming at number 10. If you've never watched He-Man, please go watch it. It's probably available on YouTube. And if not, you might be able to get it on Amazon Prime. Maybe. Just maybe. Just check it out. Next up, the Darkling Lords from Visionaries. Because, you know, there were 2 forces. The Spectral Knights and the Darkling Lords. The Darkling Lords were evil. They had different characters. Now, the thing about Visionaries is that people could transform. Whatever the totem was that you were wearing on your chest is what you could transform into. You know what, y'all? I gotta see if I can pull it up while I'm talking to y'all. Maybe I'll be able to find it. Because Visionaries is one of the greatest cartoons ever. I'm over there searching right now, y'all. Knights of Magical Light. Man, let me see over here. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, the Darkling Lords. Those dudes were evil. Let me see what. There we go. You know what? That's not enough Darkling Lords for y'all to see. Let's see here. For y'all that don't know, these are the Darkling Lords right here. Some of them anyway. So look, I'm going to point them out to y'all. That's the Darkling Lords right there, because I had to Google that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? They were always fighting the Spectral Knights. They were evil. They're about getting it done any way they can. I mean, that's to make this team for all-time top 10 supervillain teams. You got to be one evil group of individuals, and they are evil. They didn't care. I remember watching the cartoon growing up. They would defeat sometimes the Spectral Knights just by some of the evil, carnivorous things they did, man. I mean, these dudes were unscrupulous. They had no honor. They did not care. They were all about doing what they do, and that's all they cared about. You know what I'm saying? So, Darkling Lords from the Visionaries cartoon coming at number 9. At number 8, the mutants from the Thundercats. I know you're like supervillains. Yeah, they supervillains, man. They're mutants. They have strength led by Slive. Of course, you had at number 8 actually is the mutants from the Thundercats and Mandarin's forces. Now, Mandarin's forces include Blizzard, Hypnosia, Blacklash, Grey Gargoyle, Living Laser. Now, for a lot of y'all are wondering what cartoons is talking about. Y'all, give me a second. I'm about to bring a little DVD for y'all. If you remember this Iron Man cartoon from the 1990s, right? Those characters I just mentioned, the villains, Blizzard, Hypnosia, Blacklash, Grey Gargoyle, Living Laser, even Fing Fang Foom. This was the cartoon right here, man. I mean, this jumped it off. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Mandarin forces, right? And of course, and then, so as I said before, mutants, Mandarin's forces. Let's talk about the mutants first of all. So you got Slive, you got Monkeyan, you got Jackalman. So as you can see, Slive right here, because I got the Thundercats DVD. I told y'all, whatever it's going to take for me to show you what the characters look like. So this is Slive. This is Jackalman. You know what I'm saying? Fighting Chitara right there. And of course, this is Monkeyan fighting Tigra. You know what I mean? So, you know, these characters, man, they had their own castle plunder. They had all kinds of vehicles. I mean, they were always causing mischief. They made things not awesome on Third Earth. They made life a living hell. So it was Slive, Vultureman, Monkeyan, Vultureman, Jackalman, of course, Mamra himself was part of that, and then you had different characters that came in there that challenged the Thundercats, but those particular 4 were always causing hell for the Thundercats, man. They gave them grief, man. I mean, they were really good villains, and then there was multiple episodes where each individual villain got to actually be star in the episode, which was kind of cool too. I remember the first time when the Thundercats landed on Third Earth, and the mutants were trying to build Castle Plunder. Then they had gotten these creatures on Third Earth to build their Castle Plunder for free. So the Thundercats had to invade Castle Plunder to free those creatures. It was a crazy episode, man. You know what I'm saying? And Slive had this gas that he was using to sort of mess with the minds of the creatures that were using to build a Castle Plunder. But eventually, Lion-O and the Thundercats were able to defeat them, and then, you know, of course, be victorious. But the mutants, man, they gave hell to the Thundercats, man. On the other side of number 8, Mandarin's forces. As I stated before, you got Blizzard, Hypnosia, Blacklash, Grey Gargoyle, Living Laser. I mean, if you've never watched this cartoon, I know it's available on YouTube, man. 1996 to 1998, 2 seasons of awesomeness. I personally think season 1 was better than season 2, just because of the way it looked, and it was just cool. Old school Iron Man. Yes, it's on VHS tape. Yes, you can see it. It's on VHS tape. You want to see it? Yeah, I'm going to show it to y'all. I ain't got to hide it. Yeah, I like old school, man. VHS tape. Yeah, when was the last time you saw VHS tape? You know what I mean? This is what this came in, man. I think I bought this at Walmart. I mean, these things are priceless, man. I mean, this is the reason why I do this, man. And you know, I love what I do, and this is why I'm doing this. So, you know, Mandarin's forces coming at number 8 with the mutants, man. I mean, both teams are just unscrupulous. They got no honor. Blizzard, who of course is the general, kind of the right hand of Mandarin, he gives the orders to the other guys. And you've always got Dread Knight. Well, I also forgot Dread Knight is also part of the Mandarin's forces, and him and Black Lash are always fighting over Hypnosis to see whose girl she's gonna be. And she's like, I'm not neither one of y'all's girl. So the Mandarin's forces, man, they off the chain. Great Gargoyle, he can touch you and turn into a statue. Blizzard can freeze you to death. Hypnosis can control your mind with hypnotic thoughts. Living Laser has a power of electricity, and then of course Black Lash has that whip. And I kind of think Iron Man 2 was supposed to substitute for him in Iron Man 2. So maybe Black Lash actually was Whiplash in Iron Man 2. I don't know. But hey, who am I to say? You know what I'm saying? But they come in at number 8. At number 7, the Insidious 6. Scorpion, Shocker, Vulture Man, Doc Ock, Rhino, and Chameleon. Now, if you've never watched Spider-Man, the animated series from the 1990s, let me see if I can find a poster for y'all. Because as I told y'all, I'm either using a poster or I'm using something, but I got to show y'all something. Let me see here. The Insidious 6. I'm looking, y'all. Y'all give me time. Here we go. Spider-Man. This poster is available on sciencevision.com. So the Insidious 6. Let me see if I can type them in. Maybe I'll be able to Google it. Hey, whatever I can't find, y'all, I'm going to find it for y'all. Insidious 6 from Spider-Man. Here we go. Got him. Yeah. Check that out, y'all. Stuff that I found on Google. I told y'all. So you got Doc Ock, Shocker, Mysterio, Rhino, Chameleon, Scorpion. You know, those are the Insidious 6. And each one had their own individual powers, right? Of course, you got... I mean, nobody was technically the leader because they were working for Kingpin. But Doc Ock was the smartest one, of course. Scorpion was the muscle guy, him and Rhino. Chameleon was sort of the get in, get out type of dude. Mysterio, he pretty much could create illusions and make everything seem like what it wasn't. And then, of course, Shocker. Those shockwaves that come up from his hand. He's like an enforcer with beams. And they would give Spider-Man the business. I remember, I think it was like season 3 or 4 of Spider-Man, the animated series, which was from 1994 to 1998. Man, they whooped Spider-Man so bad. And this was the time while he was dealing with the Spider-Man, him transforming into a spider. I mean, he was not only having to fight them, but he also had to deal with that disease. I mean, Spider-Man got his backside handed to him repeatedly by these guys. But, you know, of course, the hero has to defeat the villains. But these guys were incredible. And I think these set of individuals, out of all of them, really, I think my favorite was Scorpion. I thought formidably he was the best villain against Spider-Man. Scorpion is awesome, especially in this animated series. I love them. Hopefully somehow they're going to integrate him into future movies. We'll see. Of course, the last Spider-Man movie came, Spider-Man No Way Out. I'm not sure if that's the last one. Hopefully it's not the last one. But the Insidious 6, man, coming at number 7. They are some awesome villains. At number 6, the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse. Oh, these dudes right here, man. Oh my God. These dudes, man, they something else. You know what I got to do, y'all? I got to see if I can find the poster. Because these guys, hold on, y'all. Let me go get this poster. It's the 4 Horsemen. Yo, I think I found what I was looking for. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The Age of Apocalypse. The 4 Horsemen. They coming at number 6. This includes Abyss, Holocaust, Mikhail, and Mr. Sinister. I gotta see if I can find it, man. Yes, here we go. I told y'all, whatever it's gonna take for me to show y'all these villains, the four horsemen, as you can see, Mr. Sinister, Mikhail, Holocaust, Abyss. This is Apocalypse's four generals in the Age of Apocalypse. Now, for a lot of y'all, let me just show y'all this cover right here. The Age of Apocalypse comics right here. If you never read the Age of Apocalypse comics, you have missed out on the greatest comic series probably of all time. Aside from the one that's coming from College of Assassin Universe, mine. But these characters, man, were sick on their own. Holocaust, you know what I'm saying? Mikhail, Colossus' brother from the X-Men. Mr. Sinister, always performing experiments on individuals trying to find the perfect genetic soldier. Abyss, he could fade into shadows. He could wrap you in this wrap, like his skin was like a wrap, man. It wasn't like some kind of, it was like a vine. And he could just literally take out every type of light that was around you. I mean, these four individuals were incredible. And Apocalypse chose them to be his generals. You know what I'm saying? Like the four quarters of the earth, man. That's the crazy thing about the Age of Apocalypse. It was so sick. Like the earth was just decimated. And it gave Apocalypse a chance to just put his generals in different places. Each person had a function. But like I said before, the four horsemen of Apocalypse, I'm gonna show y'all them again. I mean, these dudes are sick, man. And Apocalypse, for him to choose them, because this comic right here is about the chosen and the forgotten. And trust me, if they were sorry, Apocalypse wouldn't have chosen them. These dudes are the truth on the quarter. You know what I'm saying? So the four horsemen, you know what I'm saying? And Mikhail's Colossus' brother. You're like, well, how did Colossus' brother become a villain? Hey, they was never cool like that. He decided, you know what, I want to take orders, and I ain't trying to be no good guy, so I'm going to jump with Apocalypse. Holocaust was like this being that was trapped in this suit because his body was literally radioactive. So Holocaust was really stuck in a suit. Then, of course, Mr. Sinister, he's a genetic freak. He's experimenting on himself. He's went from human to like sort of vampire-ish. Then, of course, Abyss. He literally has no skin left. His skin is like this vine that wraps around everything and just, it can expand to multiple distances and just take away any kind of light that's around it, man. I mean, these cats had different powers and they were all sick on their own. So, you know, the four horsemen coming in at number 6. At number 5, the Secret Society, Justice League. You got Joker, you got Lex Luthor, you got Cheetor, you got Starfire, you got oh my god, oh god, what's this dude's name? I can't believe I'm going blank, y'all. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna show y'all so y'all know what I'm talking about. Justice League. Here we go. You got Grodd. I mean, dude, there was so many villains in the Justice Society. It's the Secret Society, excuse me. Killer Frost, Parasite. I'm trying to think. Gigantor, Sinestro. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. I'm in one episode, man. I gotta see if I can find them. Oh, here we go. Clayface. There was one episode where they went against the Justice League. Shade. I don't know if y'all can see this. But look, check that out. You know what I'm saying? They went against the Justice League and they literally almost defeated them in season 2. Excuse me, season 1 or season 2 of the Justice League. They almost defeated them. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was one of those incredible feats where you're like, are you kidding me? These dudes are about to beat the Justice League. And mind you, Justice League got Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Flash, Martian Manhunter. I mean, it was incredible, man. And they were giving the Justice League the business because they messed with their heads, man. And, you know, Grodd was like, he had telepathy or he could control your mind. And they were just messing people up, man. It was crazy. And, of course, you got Sinestro. You got Gigantor. I mean, Killer Frost with the freeze powers. Parasite could steal your powers. So, you know, he was going for Superman. And once he stole your powers, he could use them against you. Shade could literally take out light with that stick. I mean, these guys were incredible. And I mean, there was no, I mean, I was like asking myself, like, man, how can I have a list like this without having the Secret Society on there? So, you know, Secret Society comes in at number 5. At number 4, Squadron Supreme from the Avengers Assemble cartoon. If you've never watched it, so that's Nighthawk. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what they called. Squadron Supreme. Avengers Assemble. There we go. So yeah, Spectrum, Zada. Let me see here. Who else you had? Nighthawk. So yeah, Spectrum, Zada, Nighthawk, Speed Demon. Who else? Oh my God, what's this dude? I keep forgetting his name. He's the strong flying guy. How do I just went blank, y'all. That's ridiculous. Hyperion, excuse me. Hyperion. I can't believe I forgot that. And Hyperion. And you gotta understand, Hyperion literally is probably comparable to Superman. Of course, Nighthawk is a smart guy. Intellectually, he's comparable to Iron Man. Well, maybe not all the way. And then Zada, of course, is equal to Thor. Mean Street trying to go against Hulk, which was totally insane. That episode, I remember they came in and then Falcon had to save the day. That's how incredible this group is of villains. Squadron Supreme literally almost defeated in fact, they did defeat them. They had the Avengers go on the ground. So if you've never watched it, season 2 or season 3 of Avengers Assemble. That's when they defeated the Avengers, man. They made them go on the ground. Falcon had to take over and come up with the idea of how to defeat them. Because initially, Nighthawk came to recruit Falcon. But then when he couldn't, he decided to turn them against each other. And he was successful at it. It was crazy, y'all. I mean, man, it was like just totally off the chain. Squadron Supreme, I mean, Zada is equal to Thor. Hyperion is equal to pretty much everybody, can whoop everybody. Captain America's and Nighthawk are pretty much even. They had nobody that was a tech guy like Iron Man, but they had enough of armor. And in a way, too, the Squadron Supreme, they weren't human. Except for Dr. Spectrum, who made himself into Dr. Spectrum. But, technically, none of them were human. I mean, Dr. Spectrum wasn't human at all after that, all that. So all of them, Nighthawk was probably the only one that was kind of human. He was sort of the Batman of the group, but he didn't really have any powers. He could fly, of course. I think his costume offered him armor. That's kind of what he had. Zada was super strong. She had that crazy hammer. She was fast. Not like Speed Demon fast, but she was fast. And of course, Speed Demon is what he is. He's just fast. He can run circles around him, and then he got to find out how not to mess with Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to watch that, man. Y'all got to check it out on whether it's YouTube or get it on Disney Plus or because that's the only place I know you can find it, man. Probably Disney Plus. It's a Marvel product, so they're not gonna have it anywhere else. If you want to watch it, you got to get a Marvel. You got to get Disney Plus so you can watch it. Trust me, that's one of my goals, to buy Avengers Assemble DVD collection and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I love both Avengers cartoons, man. So as I said before, Squadron Supreme comes in at number 4. At number 3, the Decepticons. You know what I'm saying, from Transformers. So let's see if I can find my Transformer posters. I know y'all remember this. Yes, another VHS tape. That's right. I like my old school. You know what I mean? Check it out, man. Transformers movie from 1980s, man. I couldn't help myself. This one is where they defeated Optimus Prime. Then he comes back. Then Rod has to become Rodimus Prime and take on Megatron, who's also killed, and becomes Galvatron and comes back to take over the Decepticons from Starscream, because he was trying to act like he was in charge, but he let Megatron have to let him know, yo, I'm in charge. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find this poster, y'all, because this is one of the sickest cartoons ever. I'm pretty sure I can find this. Here we go. Look, check this out, y'all. You see the Decepticons on the right? Megatron. You know, and I got this idea from the Transformers Prime, the cartoon on Netflix. You see what I'm saying? You got Megatron, you got Soundwave. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you got, man, let's think about the Transformers, right? You got Megatron, you got Starscream, you got Soundwave, you got Night Train, you got Grimlock, you got the Dinobots. Oh my God, you got so many villains, y'all. I mean, the Decepticons are ruthless, man. And the weird thing is, they were always the jet planes or something that flies in the air, and the Autobots were ground vehicles. I'm like, that's not even a fair fight. I know the Autobots are called the Autobots, but man, that just is like not fair at all. You know what I mean? And if you watch this cartoon called Transformers Prime, oh dude, it's off the chain. I believe it's 4 seasons. You can find it on Netflix. It's one of the sickest. It's not a cartoon, it's sort of CGI style, which is probably why I liked it. It was just a different type of style. There's also Beast Wars from the 1990s. I mean, there's been so many Transformers cartoons, but the Decepticons, man, they are ruthless. And of course, anybody led by Megatron got to be in the top 5. Megatron himself is just a beast. You know, he's one of those villains I actually root for. I actually like him. And I actually want him to succeed when he's going against the Autobots, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? But the Decepticons, man, they ain't playing no games, as I showed y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even in the poster, which is available on sciencefiction.com, they're giving the Autobots the business. You know what I mean? So, Decepticons coming at number 3. At number 2, Dynasty Warlords from Ronin Warriors. Kale, Segment, Deus, Anubis, who eventually becomes the Ancient One, but then they're led by Lord Topper, and also can't forget Lady Kyra. So let me see if I can find a picture of y'all for them. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm having to find a picture for y'all. People that don't know who Warlords. Here we go. So you got Deus, Kale, Sekhmet. Here we go. Yeah. There they go, y'all. You can see Anubis at the bottom, Kale, Deus, Sekhmet. You know what I'm saying? And then each one had a different power, man. So, you know, Deus was like a dark beam type of thing. Anubis was whipped with fear. Sekhmet was a web of deception. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were just counters of the Ronin warriors. And so basically, what they did was they pretty much gave the Ronin Topa needed them to defeat the Ronin warriors so he could steal their armors, and they used it to free himself, which is eventually what happened. But the Dynasty Warriors, man, they off the chain. Old school Japanese style animation. It was done in the 1980s, which was even more incredible. I mean, it's better than a lot of stuff that's made now. That cartoon has transitioned through time and lived through time. This cartoon is available, I think, on I'm watching it right now on Amazon Prime. It's available, but I think you can find the episodes if anybody's uploaded it on YouTube. I mean, you might get lucky, but if you can't get it, then you're gonna have to go to Amazon Prime. It's one of the sickest cartoons ever. They're one of the sickest villains ever. Cool armor, anything done in the Japanese stratosphere, or what to do with Japanese armor, to do with any kind of Ronin, I'm always down for it, man. The samurai style is too awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? The Dynasty Warriors had to come in at number 2. There was no way, man. They're better than the Decepticons, Squadron Supreme. And maybe that's more me just loving Japanese style animation, because I feel like it's the best animation there is, whether that's Gundam Wing, whether that's Techno Man, whether that's Thundercats, even is Japanese style. But you know, the Dynasty Warriors, man, they are off the chain. You know what I mean? They just be wrecking shop and giving the Ronin Warriors, which is, let me see if I can find the Ronin Warriors for y'all. I'm pretty sure I can find it. Y'all give me a second. There we go. There goes the Ronin Warriors. So that's who the Dynasty has to fight, y'all. Y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? And that poster is also available on, guess where? SunnyVision.com. You know what I mean? So, you know, the Dynasty Warriors coming at number 2, man. I mean, how you gonna have a list and you got them on it? At number 1, you got that right. From the Cardiac Assassin universe, the Assassins. Let me bust it out. These dudes ain't playing no games. Where is it at? I got to find them. The Assassins. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You got You got, who we got here? We got led by Lord Sun Tzu. Artillery is general. Excursion is third in command. His children, Kanji and Revo. Snipes and Yukon. And of course, the android coyotes. I mean, let's go through these lists of assassins. First of all, let's start off with Sun Tzu. Right? Check him out. That's the leader. That's the leader of the card of the assassins right there. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you got Artillery, his general. You know what I'm saying? She's the one who gives all the orders. And she's also fiance too. Then, of course, Excursion, third in command. You know what I mean? He takes his orders from Artillery. He's the field general, as it were. You know what I mean? Then, of course, his kids, Kanji and Revo. You know what I mean? These dudes, these individually, they are amazing. These two are, as far as hand-to-hand combatant, they can't be messed with. Revo, man, you know what I'm saying? With the shadow suit, you know what I'm saying? Kanji's suit is sort of shadowish too. You know what I mean? I mean, they are two of a kind and one of a kind at the same time too. And then, of course, you got Snipes and Yukon. You got Snipes right here. The beauty that just is deadly to be around. To be in that company is probably to be taking your last breaths. Then, of course, Yukon. He's game to win any way he has to. He'll smash anything gets in his direction. Then, of course, you can't forget the android coyotes. I can't forget the android coyotes, yo. You know what I'm saying? Androids that adapt to you. While they're fighting you, they're learning. So don't think because you're fighting them, they're not learning. You're just gonna beat them. You know what I mean? So that's the assassins, yo. I mean, these guys give the carjacks all they can handle. I'm just saying, Lord Sun Tzu is always the antagonist. He's always figuring out how he's gonna, you know, as I get close to finishing this book, which I'm almost done. It's in its final phases. It's like the more I look at this book, the first official Cards of Assassins book that's about to come out, the more I realize how great Sun Tzu is. This guy he's one of those villains, y'all, that y'all are going to be rooting for. That's how cool the assassins are. They're the villains that you're going to be rooting for. I've even heard some from the posters and apparel and different footwear people have bought for me saying that, look, I think I like the villains more than I like the heroes, which is shocking to hear. But I'm not shocked either because I remember creating them, I was like, there's a lot of cool villains, but not a lot of cool villains out there in the universe of animation. I said, I'm going to make my villains really cool. People are going to love them. People are going to want to have them. You know what I'm saying? And people are going to be like, oh, these dudes are what I'm talking about right here. So, you know, I want y'all to check out the first bio book, of course, which is available on sciencevision.com. You can always get it. Hold on, you know what? Let me go get the bio book, y'all. All right, y'all, look. You can get this on sciencevision.com, the first official bio book for the Cards of Assassin's Universe, but the official comic book, the first official comic book is coming soon. So that way you can read the profile of the assassins, you know what I'm saying? You can see how cool they are. You know, let me bust out to the page. You can see, we're going to look at Lord Sun Tzu here. Tells you about his bio weights, form, height, weight, all that kind of cool stuff. You can see some of the other characters too. Artillery, Excursion, you know what I'm saying? Kanji, Revo, you know what I'm saying? Snipes, you know what I'm saying? Yukon, and of course the Coyotes, the android. So you know that book is available on sciencevision.com. This is available on sciencevision.com, so you can read up on the assassins and figure out why they are number one on my all-time top 10 supervillain teams. You know what I'm saying? I mean, supervillains are just as important as superheroes, right? Because without supervillains, you can't have a show. You can't have the antagonist. You can't have the reason why the superheroes exist. I think sometimes I wonder if superheroes exist only because there are supervillains, not the other way around. Because without all these awesome supervillains, you can't have nobody who has to save the day. You know what I'm saying? The carjacks can't get no work done or save the world if the assassins aren't trying to destroy something. Just like the Avengers can't get none done if the Squadron Supreme ain't trying to do something. Or the Autobots can't get none done if the Decepticons are trying to do something. So it's all about these villains doing what they do. So, y'all, that concludes our show. So, I want to thank y'all for listening. But before we get up out of here, we got to pay these bills. This podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. But before I get out of here, y'all, it's summer, so we got all this different gear that's coming on. So I'm going to show you some things. We got the bucket hat right here, which is available on sciencevision.com. It's reversible. You know, it's going to be hot out there this summer, so you want to cover your head. You want to protect yourself, so get you a bucket hat. Maybe you're going fishing, or you just want to wear it for general wear. Then you got the general baseball cap. You know what I'm saying? This is also available on sciencevision.com. Everything's custom made. We don't do anything just regular. We do everything custom on sciencevision.com. You can see how many hats you're going to see with art in the inside too, right? Then, of course, you've got the tank top. You know what I'm saying? These are the new things for the summer. Got to get these awesome tank tops. And they're also available on different characters. Of course, this one's the Cardiac Assassin one. But you can get it on Iron Man, Blade, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hulk, Mega Man, Voltron. We've got tanks for men and women. So this is a men's tank top right here. And it's made of the best material. This is great for general wear and also great for fitness too. I wore it to the gym yesterday. So, you know, it's good for that. And of course, you got to travel, right? When you're on the plane, your neck. You don't want your neck getting all crinkled and stuff, right? So, you know, get one of our awesome travel neck pillows. This is customized, of course. You can see you got the Cardiac versus version 1 on the front, but you got version 5 on the back, right? So, you know, that's what we're doing. So, y'all, that concludes our show for today. And we can't forget the batas. We can't forget the batas for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The batas 2s. We got the high tops right here, the batas 2s. So you got the art coming on this side. Then you've got the batas 2 low tops. You know what I'm saying? This is also available on sciencevision.com. You know what I'm saying? These are the new kicks. Then, of course, you got the old school. The batas 1. You know what I mean? Some people like these different from the batas 2s. You know what I'm saying? These are also available on sciencevision.com. So find your pair today and see what's going on. Get yours. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, that concludes our show for today. I want to thank y'all for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Abuka Jr. Please check out our website at sciencevisionshop.com or sciencevision.com. Please subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen, whether it's Amazon, Desert, Spotify, Apple, and you can also listen to our website at sciencevisionshop.com. Please check out our social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at ScienceVision. And please don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to inspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.